Okay, for your home program, the following exercises I want you to do each and every day. The first we're gonna do is we're gonna lie down and start in a bridge position. So I want you to lie down, get the small of your back nice and flat on the ground, do some slow, deep diaphragmatic breathing, in through your nose, out through your mouth. After you exhale and drop your ribs down, I want you to lift your hips up. And then from there, we're gonna lift up one leg at a time. The focus here is on pelvic stability, not letting your hips drop to one side. When I'm up here, I'm also focusing on whatever foot is down, I'm trying to keep my big toe down and flat. For you, it's really important that on your right injured leg, you keep that big toe down. We don't let it lift up or turn out to the side. So I'm gonna do this bridge with march, and then in between, after I do one march on each leg, I put my hips back down, and we'll do that 8 or 10 times over. The next exercise is a dead bug. I'm gonna take a pillow or a ball, I kind of have this big Phillies ball here. And what we're going to do is we're going to push the ball into one of our inner thighs and inner knees. I'm going to kick the other leg out and reach the opposite arm back behind me. So I'm going to reach opposite arm and opposite leg as far out as I can while keeping my back flat. This is working on some trunk stability for resisting hyperextension and rotation, with additional focus on adduction by pushing my knee into the ball or pillow and meeting that resistance with my hand. So again, we're trying to work on increasing strength and resiliency in the midline of your body, from the foot all the way up to the pelvis and adductor group. I'll do that dead bug about 10 times. Next exercise is the Copenhagen plank. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna prop myself up in a plank position. I'm going to put my top leg down. I'm really focusing on the inner edge of my foot, so inner heel and big toe on the ground, and then lifting myself up. The bottom leg can be bent. I'm trying not to hyperextend or rotate my lower back, and lift myself up. If it's too hard on this leg, you can just work on just pushing through your top leg, and then try over time to work on lifting up that bottom leg as well. So the top leg and bottom leg are both working on adduction, and then down slow. If that's too hard on the top leg, just bend the knee a little bit to make the moment arm a little shorter. Again, same idea. So we're gonna hold each position for about 2-3 seconds. We'll do 8 or 10 times each side. The next exercise we're gonna do is working on tibial internal rotation. So I'm gonna take this step up block here, and have my sock on, and I'll show you from this angle right here. I'm gonna put my foot on it flat, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to not move my thigh, don't move the femur. Then we're gonna slide your foot in as far as we can and hold. Don't let your toe curl up. Keep your foot down and flat as you turn and spin that foot in. This is working on that tibia rotating in, okay? So right now your foot is kind of positioned in this kind of position since that injury. We want to work on grounding that big toe, keeping it flat, not moving the femur, and work on rotating the tibia in. I'll hold that position for about 5 seconds and do each side 10 times. So all those exercises you can do every day. The next 2 exercises I want you to do is like an every second or third day type thing. If you start to use weights, definitely only do it every third day because it'll be too systemically fatiguing for your legs. But if you're not using any weights, like every other day is fine. If you feel like for a challenge, you could do every day, just don't go crazy with the reps. So we're gonna work on some lunge variations. The first one we're gonna do is take your injured leg and place it on top of an elevated surface. I have a step-up box here about 5 inches. I also want you to put a wedge down, okay? I don't have a wedge right in front of me, so I'm gonna use a small plate. So small plate's fine. So I'm gonna take a small plate, and that's gonna be on top or right underneath my heel. And what I'm gonna work on here is I'm gonna work on pushing hips back gently so my torso is not super upright, and I'm gonna bend down, pause, hold, and come on back up. So I'm gonna bend down, pause, hold, come back up. Really important that the hip does not shift out to the side. Keep that hip directly underneath you as you bend, pause, hold, come on to the side. Try to do about 2 sets of 6 to 8 repetitions on each side. Then, when you are working the other leg, so your non-injured leg, we're going to put your non-injured leg on the ground and your injured leg on top of the box. And again, hip hinged, bend over the waist a little bit, bend, pause, hold, come on back up. Don't move into pain. Try to stay within your range of motion that doesn't cause any pain or discomfort, but we're trying to work on unilateral motions within your range of motion to work on the stability and strength of your knee. Also, things I want you to focus on is when you're doing your hinging patterns, consider doing that B-boy staggered stance when you're doing hex bar RDLs. And next thing I want you to work on too is if you are doing glute bridges with weights, consider doing 1, maybe 2 sets with a significant reduction in weight. maybe only about a third or a quarter of the weight and doing one leg at a time.